Nah, dude, that's not enough. Yo, so
Somebody bring the Doritos over?
Guys, has anyone seen Dustin? We gotta get the show.
Well, usually he's here early. I don't know where he is.
Anyone call, text?
I called him, but he didn't pick up.
So what are we gonna do? We can't really do a show without him.
Or can we?
Hell yeah, we can.
All right, who's first?
I am!
Next.
Welcome! Okay.
Groovy. Next.
Hi, I'm Haley. Haley of all Hales.
Next. Next.
Welcome to the weekly show.
Actually, that's not too bad.
Cue the music. Welcome to the weekly show, everybody. I'm Unheld, and I'll be stepping in for Dustin this week because he decided to go grab some quesalupas with his hero, George Takei. The Masters were played down in Augusta this weekend with Danny Willett taking home the coveted green jacket. Willett's win did come at the expense of an incredible meltdown on the 12th hole from young phenom Jordan Spieth. Let's take a look. But honestly, we do feel bad for Jordan. He was on the way to winning his second consecutive Masters, and he collapsed harder than a New Orleans levee. To make things worse, since Spieth won last year, he had to help Willett put the damn jacket on himself. Spieth probably wanted to go down more a lot like this. He's back on! Sorry, Jordan. Better luck next year. Also in the sports world, the NHL Playoffs are kicking off this week. And here at the Weekly Show, we are starting to channel our inner enforcers, which sometimes gets in the way of our work.
Dude, you know your own password? What? Dude, what's wrong? What the hell is ULUI? You're really trying to pick a fight right now? Dude, I don't think you know what you're doing.
Go Rangers! Oh yeah! Starting in May, Netflix will be increasing its subscription rate to $9.99 per month. Analysts at UBS conducted a survey which revealed that 41% of users said they would leave Netflix if they had to pay more. The other 59% are just way too dedicated to Netflix and chill. At a NASCAR race over the weekend, serial duck murderer and bigot Phil Robertson led the crowd in a pre-race prayer where he proclaimed that we need a Jesus man in the White House. Sadly, God wasn't listening, because not even God watches NASCAR. The popular ABC reality show, Shark Tank, was just recently renewed for an 8th season. You know, the show where investors from the 1% throw $1 million pocket change at middle-class peasants like ourselves to help fund their business ideas, which actually just makes the rich richer. Well, producers from the show are worried that if Bernie Sanders makes it in office, he'll ban Shark Tank because the 1% is the bane of his existence. So here at the Weekly Show, we decided to take matters into our own hands.
Welcome back to Fish Tank. Jebediah is about to enter the fish tank with a revolutionary idea that can change the dairy industry as we know it.
Okay, so, tell us your name.
My name's Jib.
Okay, Jim. What do you have for us today?
Well, see, right here, I know this looks like regular milk, but it's actually armadillo milk.
Is that even legal?
How much does it cost to make your product?
It costs about $3-4 to make, a pound or two, but the labor, it's a bit hard.
How many units have you sold in the past 6 months?
How many units? Well, I give away a lot to my cousins. So, I don't make a lot of money off of that. So, none.
Okay, so you mentioned the labor. Tell us a little bit about how you milk this thing.
So this is what an armadillo looks like when it's normally standing up. So I take him and I flip him around like this here board. And I rub his little stomach. And it comes out and looks like this, as an udder. And I just milk it real good.
sound like you have a mental illness. And for that reason, I'm out.
You're out of this.
Oh, I'm out.
You don't want any.
No,
you don't
no.
want to try this.
No, please. Just keep it away. No, please.
Oh.
Oh, I smell from here, please. Oh my god.
That's good, Dillo.
I just don't see a market for armadillo milk, and for that reason, I'm out.
So I've never been a fan of flannels, so for that reason alone, I'm gonna be out.
Nah, dude.
Well, all right.
No, you don't need to drink it.
What is this guy doing?
Oh man. So good.
All three of the fishes left the tank, leaving Jebediah with milk, on his face. Coming up next, a brilliant young musician enters the fish tank to try and get funding for his brand new album.
My name is DJ Rayo, coming from the Bronx. I ain't gonna save her, she don't wanna be saved. I ain't gonna save her.
Dope rhymes, dog? Not so hopeful presidential candidate John Kasich continues to lose ground in the Republican primary, with his latest proposal is to make the day after the Super Bowl a national holiday, which is way better than his first holiday idea, No Choice November. At a fundraiser in Denver, Democrat Hillary Clinton used a static noise machine to block the media from hearing her speech. Hillary, you're supposed to be the voice of the people. Don't you think this... That's why Home Alone 2 is better than the original. My bad, guys. Sometimes I just get a little worked up. This program may not have the legitimacy of CBS Evening News or NBC Nightly News, but when it comes to fake news, we do all right. And speaking of fake news, Fox News. Fox is famous for being incredibly conservative and full of And here are some things that people from Fox News have actually said. Santa just is white. Obama's hip-hop barbecue didn't create jobs. Isn't fossil fuels the ultimate renewable energy? It's used once, and it used to be a dinosaur. Now it's fuel. How is that not renewable? Now that is one of the most insanely idiotic things I've ever read. At no one point in your rambling, incoherent quotes were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone watching it is now dumb for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul. What a bunch of goofs. And speaking of goofs, recently North Carolina has gone under a lot of scrutiny for their anti-LGBT legislation. Basically, it's dictated that you must use the bathroom of the gender you were born with, not the one you identify with. This has led to multiple protests and boycotts directed at North Carolina. Even Bruce Springsteen canceled a concert in Greensboro because the boss knows this is absolute bullshit. But with all this attention on North Carolina, our good old pals in Mississippi kind of got swept under the rug, which is probably what they wanted because their bill is even worse. Under this new bill, businesses cannot hire and fire employees and can refuse service solely based off sexual orientation or gender identity. Public employees, like their demon poster child Kim Davis, can refuse to do their jobs and not allow same-sex couples to receive marriage licenses, and it would be entirely legal. But honestly, what could we expect from a state with the second lowest high school graduation rate and a Confederate flag sewn into theirs? Unfortunately, there will always be hate in the world, especially if you're different. But if you are different, embrace it. Lucky for you, there are 40 other states to go. Are you serious? Sorry, America. I guess Tennessee just joined the suppression squad in passing a bill on Monday where healthcare professionals can legally discriminate against the LGBT community. And then there were 47. And we'll be right back after these important messages.
Hi, I'm Unheld, writer from The Weekly Show. Will you be an angel and stop abusing the dog face Snapchat filter? Every day this filter is abused, beaten, and overused on your dumb story that nobody even cares about. This filter is crying out for help, and nobody can hear it. Please, think before you post.
My guest tonight is a huge part of our show, and not only is he a cameraman, he is a writer, and he's also filming a behind the scenes of our production and creating a documentary about it. Ladies and gentlemen, Spencer Raccio. How you doing, Spence?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on.
So tell me a little bit about your documentary.
Well, documentary working title right now is The Making of the Weekly Show, is basically what the title says. It's me chronicling us coming together to create a TV show here on campus.
So where did you get the idea, inspiration?
I guess the inspiration sort of came a couple semesters before we even started this show.
Mm-hmm.
I took a documentary course last spring.
Ritzenhoff?
With Ritzenhoff.
Mm-hmm.
I think you were in there too.
I was.
And I guess I caught the bug because telling a story was really interesting to me, and I heard about this opportunity to create a variety show with a bunch of people that made up a really good crew, and I thought, you know what, this is a story that needs to be told.
So, I mean, apparently you caught the bug well enough to work at a place that, you know, produces documentaries, Cap Time Productions, we're intern buddies.
Shout out, Harvey.
Yeah.
I know you're watching.
So, at Cap Time, like, how was that experience? What do you learn over there? You know?
It was a very interesting experience, definitely an eye-opener. Like, usually when you go into a production internship, you think like, oh, I'm just going to be using a camera the entire time and editing stuff. It's going to be cool. But a lot of people aren't really aware that there's way more to that when you're making a film. Like, there's an entire back area where everyone's just taking care of all the logistics that make a film happen, like talking to people, figuring out where the film needs to go, finding the audience, connecting with the audience, which is really important these days.
So, I mean, any fun stories? Anything cool happened there?
Actually, there is one really awesome story. We went on a location shoot with this really awesome guy, and after we were done, he took us to his garage where he had a bunch of really awesome vintage cameras. He just walked around pointing like nonchalantly like, yeah, this one shot this famous film. This one shot the Hindenburg disaster.
Like the actual camera that shot it, not even
the
like
actual legitimate camera. They went and certified it.
So he's just a collector, or just? He's
a collector, enthusiast, and industry guy. So it's like a 3 for 3.
That's cool. That's cool. So about the what else did you plan on doing with the film after you released it?
Man, I would love to get it out there somehow. Like, I would really hope to get it out for festivals, but I'm not really sure how the ownership of the project is going to go, because I'm technically producing it as part of a class. So I don't know whether or not that means it's property of the university or whether or not I have any freedom with picking where it needs to go.
So, I mean, are you going to put it on YouTube still, at least? Have people see it in general?
I'll put it up somewhere no matter what, but I just want to make sure I know what my options are first.
I'm really excited to see it. And, you know, I can't wait for it to come out. And we also have to thank Allison for, you know, hooking you up so you could actually be on camera right now.
I know, she is fantastic on camera 3.
And, you know, thanks for stopping by. And we hope to have you again. Oh, shit. Welcome back, everybody. I just want to thank our guest, Spencer. And I also really want to thank the crew, because we weren't sure if we were going to have a show this week, but we busted our ass and we all came together and we got it done. Thank you guys so much. Good night, everybody.